Do I get to hold it?
Yeah, just don't.
You're always
Don't be like jamming up to
You're
your
always
pal.
so anti me holding
Yeah,
it.
don't hold. Talking about Lorcana.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. We were just finding a little joy. Because when you're an adult man, no one gives you presents anymore. People just buy you socks and like deodorant and cologne. And so, if you're into something like cards, and I don't care about cards at all, but this is a fun game, and a couple of my friends play it now, and so it's a fun way to like hang out with those friends, and it's fun to get hyped like those lunatics on YouTube, hyping up like card. It's so much fun. We had a blast opening Rob's deck of cards, that pack of cards. We had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. We profited huge off of that night.
What's the most underrated food item at Disney World?
Everything I
Do you
love.
have an all-time most terrible moment at the theme park in your life?
All-time most terrible moment?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a few that come to mind. One time, there are these long people moving platforms. It's in I think it was Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Like these long rubber platforms that would move people after you got off the ride.
Yeah.
And
Moving
oh
sidewalk.
my god, I'm getting uncomfortable even just thinking about the story. I get off the ride. Something's wrong. Something's in the air and there's something wrong. I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it.
You're saying it's a smell.
But I've walked into like a ghost energy. Like things have changed, and I'm like, ooh, something's not right. My body doesn't feel good. And then I get a little bit deeper into the exit, and I'm just hit with this butric acid stank. It like coated the inside of my mouth, you know what I mean? Like, cause that's why you puke when other people puke, because like you get puke particles in your mouth, and then it's like, bleh, it's vile. And then I look up. I board the rubber platform. I look up. To my dismay, someone had puked actively on the rubber mat. And the rubber mat had pulled it through a few rotations, pulverizing the vomit into a fine paste that began to aerosolize and go airborne,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so what else you got?
That was really uncomfortable. That was really rough.
Put it up. We gotta see gooder. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it.
You didn't believe in this?
I still don't believe
You didn't believe in this?
And
this is my thing.
It's
Please don't touch.
how much it has failed.
Please don't touch my prop.
Little moment.
Please don't touch my prop.
Underrated food.
Oh, I used to love the pork rice at the Polynesian. Tonga toast. You know what's underrated? I'll tell you what's underrated. The Loco Moco at Kona Cafe. Bed of rice, a burger, fried egg, pico de gallo. It's a breakfast dish. It's fantastic. Why am I not eating burgers, eggs, and rice for breakfast every morning? What's your dream Mountain Dew flavor, Kenny? What'd you say it was?
Chocolate.
What? No, that's disgusting. You're fired. I would want a really coconutty pina colada. Where the coconut flavor is rich, and bountiful and thick. In the way that orange soda has a thick orangeness to it.
Yeah.
Like I want a thick pineapple-ness, you know?
You want a thick coconut. You just said pineapple.
I did say pineapple. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I was thinking of yellow. And it would be a white Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like a white Mountain Dew, pineapple. Oh, yeah. No, coconut. Sorry. Coconut, pina colada. Because you know what it is? You get pina coladas and a pineapple. You know what I mean? When you're at a tropical resort, they hollow out a pineapple, put a pina colada in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking about a pina colada, but in my mind, I just see pineapple with a straw. Oh, no. If I had to spend one day working a shift as a park character suit, probably Queen of Hearts, because I have the height for it. And the build for it. Like,
Baymax.
Baymax would be great. Yeah. Or, you know what? I'd love to be chubby in that new Elemental Wade costume. Like, put me in that skin suit and just let me just be a gelatinous man. You know, let me just be a gelatinous man.
Yep.
Being gelatinous. Ooh, which Disney Jam video we wish you could change anyway and why? I did a video about smells that I executed poorly. I'd like to go back and do that again.
Did the smells video... You gotta hold the mic over to me if I'm talking. Come on. There you go. Did the smells video include the stinky throw up on the Space Mountain walking side? No. What was it, like good smells or bad smells? Like poo-poo smells or yum-yum smells?
What rides are consideration for future content to ride 50 times? I don't know if we do those videos anymore, if we're going to do those videos anymore.
It's got to change it up. We got to change it up.
Yeah, we got to change it up.
Because that's the thing. These little jabronis out there are copying our style.
When we talk about it, Kenny says that there's like no good story to tell with the same repetitive visual image.
Right. People Mover was funny because it's one continuous ride, just on a loop that never ends. And the joke was, or kind of the story, it's just us riding the continuous loop over and over and over and over and over again. The ride that doesn't stop, right? And we don't stop. Living with the Land kind of worked because we stayed in a pavilion the whole time and experienced living with the land. So it's like, what's the other thing, ride, experience that you can do which would be entertaining? Like Muppet Vision, everyone's like, you should do Muppet Vision, but I'm like, you can't, like, that's hard to film if you think about it. How film us doing what? Like sitting there in the theater, just watching the movie in 3D. It wouldn't be a very fun visual experience for people watching at home.
Right. Well, I think that the story, if we do 50, if we do extreme ride videos, the story has to change a little bit.
I think it should be like, pick the most popular ride at Disney World and see how many times you can ride it in one day. Like Rise of the Resistance or Flight of Pandora, whatever that ride's called. What's that?
Well, if we can't film Muppet, we certainly can't do Pandora.
What's the other one? Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance, you can ride that all over the place and film that all over the place.
Yeah, you can ride it like once every 2 hours.
There you go. I don't know. What's the other question?
Why doesn't Hershey respect the Vlog Boys? And you know what? It's just an institution that's built off of old media, and it just is what it is.
We'll break them one of these days.
When they have something to announce, they call the local news. They don't call the Vlog Boys, and that's. But we're working on it. We've already made contacts. It's growing. We're figuring it out.
We may have a couple of contacts from Chocolate World, but Chocolate World is a separate thing from the Hershey Park. It's very fractured. It's all over the place. We can't make heads or tails of the dang thing.
But we're working on it. We're gonna head out there at Christmas time.
How do you choose your and Dan's adventures? How do we choose our adventures? I'll let you answer that question. You're the adventure chooser.
I go and do cool stuff, and sometimes I have the mental space, because my anxiety is not in full swing, to like document it and do cool things. Sometimes I have an idea that I think is going to be cool, Mr. Beast style, of doing some big adventure or doing some big thing. And sometimes they pay off and sometimes they don't. And that's just me slowly finding my voice, because I've in the arena of doing content like that, because I went from making no content to making video game content to making theme park history content to making silly boy content, that still has some kind of substance. It's silly, but it's also, you also you learn something, even at the bare minimum. So choosing adventures, I just want to do things that I think that people would have fun doing alongside me.
Let me see this microphone. I'm gonna hold it like a no sunglasses boy. I'm not gonna promote Gooder unless they sponsor me, okay? This ain't no free ride for Gooder. That's how I look at it. I'll give you back the microphone in a second. I just want to say, Dan and I, we're talented artists because we can make something out of nothing. And that's a hard thing to do. And it's, even when we think we're good at it, sometimes we're bad at it. Sometimes we're okay. Sometimes we're better than okay. And if you out there are watching this and you're like, man, I wish I could make some stuff, my advice to you is just go try and make some stuff. Just try doing it. Because sometimes the act of doing it is the actual art itself. So don't be afraid to experiment and get out there and fail and have a good time. And who knows, you might actually really enjoy it. And you're like, wow, I didn't think I had this ability, but it turns out that I really enjoy making things in some capacity, whatever it is. It can be anything, literally anything. And you really enjoy it, and you might find that you're good at it. Or even if you're bad at it, you just enjoy doing it. Who cares? I'm pretty bad at making things, but I still keep doing it.
Yeah, but how do you pick what bad things to do is the thing what they're asking.
I pivoted. I dovetailed off of your answer and answered another question that I had in my brain.
Gotcha.
Your top 3 must-watch movies. Would love you to compare with Dan's top 3 as well. Top 3 movies. If you had a Letterboxd account, you know that right off the top of your head.
It's not happening.
Top 3 movies. Go.
Probably Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 1.
Yeah, Ghostbusters 1. Gosh, what are some movies I like?
Top 3 plays.
Yeah.
Top 3 musical plays.
Top 3 plays?
Top 3 musical plays.
Musical plays? Musicals, you mean?
Musical
I don't know why
plays.
you're saying musical plays.
Top 3 musicals.
Top 3 musicals is easy.
Easy.
Shrek. Beetlejuice. You're gonna think I'm crazy.
What's the one with Bernadette Peters?
What's the one? Into the Woods. You know what? That's a good answer though too. Yeah, Into the Woods. Yeah, it is good. When it's done really well, it's so good. It's so good when it's done good.
So Dan's top 3 movies: Ghostbusters, Shrek, Beetlejuice. Right?
No, I don't really like I'm not that hard on Shrek or Beetlejuice the movies. Man, I don't know. I feel like I have a hard time picking something to watch media-wise when it comes to movies.
Don't say media, say movies.
But like even a YouTube video or like
That's
a
fine.
TV
You
show.
could say YouTube video.
But my favorite movies. You know, I also like Muppet Christmas Carol. A great piece of film.
Porky's 2.
Oh, you know what else I like? I gotta say one of the Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah.
Because they're just candy.
Which one?
They're just candy for my eye holes and my ear holes.
Which one?
The Royal Tenenbaums is a really good one. But so is Grand Budapest Hotel.
Those are on my list.
Yeah, they're just so good. I like the other ones, don't get me wrong. You know, Moonrise Kingdom and whatever. But those two are just such a treat. What I love more than anything, something that's so romanticized to me, and I was just talking about this with my girlfriend. Something that's so romanticized to me is that closet in Royal Tenenbaums that's all board games.
Yeah.
And I'm moving, and I don't want to get rid of any board game because I'm just like, yeah, but these are the board games. You know what I mean? Like, a board game never goes bad. It's not like a jar of mayonnaise. You know, like a board game never goes bad. You can, like, we're still playing checkers. And that was invented by Egyptians. Or whatever, you know what I mean? We're playing chess. And that was invented by wizards during the medieval times. Because it's knights.
Merlin.
It's knights and rooks.
Merlin made chess.
And kings and queens, you know?
I'll answer now. American movie. It's a documentary about filmmaking. Robert Altman's Nashville. It's an ensemble. Lots of people are in it. No Burnett Peters, but Lily Tomlin's in it. You know what? I was going to say Royal Tenenbaums on there as well.
Were you?
Yeah. That's on my...
What character do you most identify with Royal from Royal Tenenbaums?
I don't know. But that's on my Letterboxd top 4. Royal
Tenenbaums. The
Tenenbaums.
son of Ben Stiller.
The son of Ben Stiller. Okay.
The Ben Stiller kid.
Ari, maybe.
Who, like, he's wearing tracksuits all the time.
Yeah. Or
he's got perfect hair.
David Fincher's Zodiac.
Oh yeah, you like Zodiac?
Yeah, I think that's a really, really good film. Car's freaking out. I gotta take over because there's a lot of construction. We picked
Zodiac.
probably.
Who do you think did it?
John Carroll Lynch.
Is he the guy with the watch?
Yeah. AKA Drew Carey's brother from the Drew Carey Show. John Carroll Lynch, you know that?
That's a
The
good
actor.
movie.
It's a very good movie.
That's a good movie. What are your other favorite murder mysteries?
I don't know. I don't really like a lot of murder stuff. It's too icky.
Do you like The Prestige?
Yeah, Prestige is good.
That's a super murdery movie.
Well, yeah, I guess he murders his... Spoiler alert. He murders his, like... his magic clones.
His mutant clone.
Yeah.
And he never knows which one.
Which one he is. He's like, am I the clone or am I
that's,
am I the real Hugh Jackman or am I the clone Hugh Jackman?
That highlights so perfectly to me how I feel about us having robot bodies. Sure, you take my brain out of my body.
What are you doing? There's no robot bodies right now. What are you talking about?
Sure, you take my brain out of my body and put it in a robot body.
What robot body are you referring to?
But is that really me? Or was what made me is my soul in my flesh sack? Or can you put my brain in a robot body and I still have my soul and I'm still me? I just speak with a robot voice.
No
I'm sure
such technology exists yet. You are just making a mockery out of this question right now. A pure mockery. We're having an in-depth conversation about things, and you're like robot bodies and and whatever. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
prestige. I'm talking about
Yeah, so
film.
saying- So when
I'm
he's
talking about
zapped,
robots.
when he's zapped by the Tesla machine, and he gets duplicated, and he appears at the top of the stage.
Yeah.
I figured that was some good calibrations they do. Tesla did to make sure that it appears at the top of the stage.
Yeah.
That he doesn't know if it's going to be him or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying about if you put my brain in a robot body, will that be me?
You're mixing all kinds of
Or
genres right now.
will I have left my essence
we
behind?
can't go from magic in the
And
prestige
it's just
to
going to be a robot who
robots.
thinks it's me. It's going to be a robot who thinks it's me. Will my consciousness travel? Or will I die as they take my brain out? And then a new thing that was me becomes the robot.
You're making me so angry.
Are you-
Tomfoolery.
What are you talking about? This is just what I just was just saying.
Top 5 people you are inviting over for dinner, dead or alive. Who's at
I hate that. You know what? I'm gonna invite 5 people over who never ask questions like that.
Dan's top 5 people. John Carroll Lynch from Zodiac. Bernadette Peters. Kermit. No, Jim Henson. Yep. I got 2 more.
For what?
2 more for you. I said Jim Henson, Bernadette Peters, John Carroll Lynch from Zodiac. We need 2 more. Walt Disney. Who's like a play guy that you like? Who's
A play guy?
Broadway? Who's like a Broadway person you like?
John Broadway.
John Broadway.
Yeah, it's what Broadway's named after.
There you go. That's a good 5 list.
Yeah.
I'm doing the opposite route. I told Dan about this the other day when I couldn't think of how to answer this question, so I decided to go a different route, and I went, I'm gonna go spite invitations.
Oh
Okay,
my god! I thought
spite
you already
dinner.
recorded this answer.
No, I didn't record.
When you told me about this question, you told me about what your answers were.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm so glad he already recorded that, and I don't have to.
Be in the
I
same
didn't have
video?
to be spectator to the just
We need a
bitter sadness.
we need a
that
good
is
reaction.
This list of people.
It's not bitter sadness. We need a good reaction.
Spite is bitter sadness.
Spite.
is a bitter sadness.
Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, Barack Obama, Stormy Daniels, Donald Trump. Okay, those are the 5 people that I'm inviting to a spite dinner. And we're putting them in a room, we're locking the room. I'm in the room with them and I'm watching, 100% I'm watching the fireworks that are about to ensue. And I cannot wait for this. And the only way to get out of the room, locked door, is you have to drip the tears, legitimate, sorrowful tears of Donald Trump into the keyhole, and then it will magically unlock. I'm just talking, they're going to berate him to the nth degree, and it will fill me with unbelievable joy. Even though if no one else in the world can see it other than just me, I could die happy. Would you like to be there at the spite dinner, Dan?
No, because you turned into an escape room, which wasn't the question. A, and B. This just seems like a bad Saturday Night Live opening sketch.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's definitely SNL.
Makes my soul sad.
a very long 5 minutes and 30 second Saturday Night Live opening sketch.